What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek at a new salvage bike that we're going to pick up today. 2015 CBR 600RR, and this thing has gone through the salvage auction. I actually just bid on the bike and won it this morning. I believe after fees and everything, the total price for the bike came out to like 2,300 bucks, something like that. So anyways, we are heading to the salvage yard right now. We'll see how it looks. See you guys there. Alright guys, so I am back. Just did all the paperwork, pretty much just waiting on the guys to bring the bike out to me. So we're just gonna chill out here. As you can see, you know, we're at the yard again. A little on the chilly side today, so we're just gonna hang out here and wait for the bike to come out. So this is over here, just some of the wrecked cars. This one's got some front end damage. Got another one over there, front end damage. You got these big forklifts over here. Those big forklifts, they pretty much slide them underneath the car and then pick the car up so they can load them on the flatbeds and stuff. It's kind of cool. So this is what I'm talking about. They just pick the cars up with the forklifts, move them around. That's how they get these things around here. Easy as that. Alright guys, so here she is, 2015 CBR 600RR. You can see the front completely came off the bike. But if we lift this up, still got the gauge cluster. This thing's super dirty. Been sitting out here for probably about 2 months, I'd say. So let's take a quick look at the bike before we load it up. Got some front end damage, obviously. These are aftermarket fairings. I can see they got ABS fairings on there. We do have some damage to the rear swing arm here. I believe it's got a full system Yoshimura carbon fiber exhaust. See those nice looking headers in there. But overall, this bike really doesn't look too bad. Mostly just cosmetic stuff. We got some fairings hanging off there. Ugly looking tire paint. I'm not a fan of that. And then, yeah, so we'll dive into it a little bit closer. But for now, let's get this thing loaded up. Alright guys, so you can see we got the bike loaded up in the back. We are on our way back to the shop right now. Now I did want to go over a couple things with the bike real quick. When I bought it, it was listed as stationary. So basically what that means is the bike was not running, or they weren't able to get it to turn on when they took it in at the salvage yard. So what I'm going to do first thing when I get back, I want to see if I can get some power to this bike, see if I can get the gauge to turn on, find the actual mileage, and we'll see if we can get this thing running. So in the meantime, we'll head back to the shop and I'll see you guys back there.
Alright, what's up, beanbag section, bitches? Rob, this is looking a lot more beat than what I imagined.
What the hell are you talking about? Oh, hold on. Is it because
the tire paint? Yes.
Yeah, I already told them about that.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
Well, as long as we're all on the same page here.
We're not going to talk about that too much. Dude, these hand grips are sticky. Like, you know how, like, they
oh,
get
yeah.
sticky?
I hate that.
I got it.
What a rip. Those are already Chinese fairings.
Yeah, I know. What a peach. I'll go inside and I'll open the door so we can wheel her in.
I don't know how I feel about Rob's decision yet on this beautiful bike.
These grips. Oh, that's number one of getting replaced on this thing. Keep the heat in. Alright, so we've got the front headlight here. I'm pretty much just gonna plug this in and hope for the best, because this was not plugged in at the yard. I'm pretty sure the battery was dead. Actually, so we plugged that in. Yeah, if it had power, the gauge would have actuated.
It only actuated a little bit and then stopped.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Wiggle your clamps.
Alright, we're gonna take a momentary break and we're gonna figure this out real quick. Alright, and we're back. So we realized that our first jump pack was completely dead, so I got it charging over there. So now we've got this jump pack plugging in. We'll see if our needle pops up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so our needle just actuated.
And
there was green LED lights. Okay. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Alright, so Sean, I'm gonna give you the camera. Alright, so looks like we have power. So our needle actuated. Usually when the power first comes on, it actuates all the way up, and now it's back at 0. So I'm gonna turn the key. Alright, so we got, okay, so there's 8,831 miles. At the auction, they said there was 5,000 miles, but that was not actual. So our actual mileage is 8,831. And I don't know if this thing runs. So yeah, I don't know if that's gonna go full throttle when we,
It feels like it's returned.
Okay, so let me see if I can.
No fuel pump.
Yeah, fuel pump's not prime. I'm gonna see if it'll crank. Wait, first check see if there's oil in it.
Oil cyclet. Yeah, there's oil in it.
Okay, so there's
I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it.
Alright, so we do have oil. We have power, so we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna
hold the brake, good.
Alright. That sounds good.
Yep.
Alright, so
there's probably a tip sensor.
oh yes, tip sensor. Oh, here we go. So this is the tip sensor right here. So this has to be plugged in. Sean, we are getting somewhere. Alright. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this magic? Alright, so the tip sensor, that pretty much lets the bike know that it's standing straight up and down. If that tip sensor is not plugged in, the bike thinks that it's on its side and it won't start. So when I turn the key now with that plugged in, the fuel pump should prime. And that's what that noise was. I'm gonna power it up a couple times. We'll get that fuel in the system. You ready? It's alive. Horn All right, so just like that, we were able to power it up and get it running within, I'd say, a matter of 5 minutes after we got it back here. So that's really good to know. Some of the damage that I did notice, I kind of showed you guys this at the yard. We do have some damage to that rear swing arm spool. You can see it kind of separated at the weld. I'm gonna have to address that. Pegs on everything on this side looks pretty good. We really don't have any damage to the side cases. Got a little frame slider here, we can replace that. Obviously front air duct. Headlight we might need to replace. I think I saw a couple broken tabs on there. We're gonna need mirrors because it's got like the cheap eBay LED integrated mirrors. I'm not a huge fan of those, and plus the one on the left here is broken off. So I'm gonna have to get new mirrors. Fairing kit, I don't wanna try and salvage this fairing kit. I'm gonna get a brand new fairing kit for this thing. Probably gonna go with a cool color scheme on this. I did notice throttle cables. This one is completely ground up, broken, and bent sideways. So we're gonna have to replace the throttle cables. The grips, these are old and sticky like you guys saw. Oh. Gonna have to get new grips for this. I'm also gonna go through, do an oil, fluid change, all that stuff. Probably rip off these LED lighting kits. I'm not a big fan of those. Now, it'll probably be a little while before you guys actually see the full rebuild video on this bike. I just wanted to kind of show you what we do on a day-to-day basis as kind of a filler while we're waiting on some more parts for that R1. And if you haven't already seen our R1 build, we have a 2014 Yamaha R1 that we're rebuilding. We're just in the final stages of getting the rest of the parts on. I'll put a link in the top corner if you want to check that out. And one last thing, I just got to give a huge shout out to our latest channel supporter, Benjamin Muniz. Thank you for supporting this channel. And if you guys are interested in supporting the channel like these guys right here, I'll put a link in the description below. You can support the channel either on Patreon or YouTube memberships, and you get special perks, behind the scenes stuff that nobody else gets to see. So with that, Rob signing out, and I will see you guys with the CBR 600 rebuild sometime in the future. Later.